Welcome to Tunis, the vibrant and bustling capital of Tunisia, a city where history and modern life blend seamlessly. Today, we're about to embark on a journey into one of North Africa's most extraordinary cultural treasures, the Bardo National Museum, a place that has captivated historians, archaeologists, and travelers from around the world for over a century. As you step into the museum, you are immediately immersed in a rich tapestry of history that spans thousands of years, from prehistoric times to the Islamic Golden Age. The Bardo National Museum is most famous for its world-renowned collection of Roman mosaics, which are considered some of the finest and most well-preserved in existence. These mosaics, with their intricate patterns and lifelike depictions of mythology, daily life, and historical events, allow us to peer directly into the lives, beliefs, and artistic mastery of civilizations that flourished on the shores of the Mediterranean. But the museum is not just about mosaics. As you explore, you will encounter ancient artifacts from the Carthaginian civilization, the powerful and influential Phoenician city-state that once dominated the Mediterranean trade routes. Jewelry, ceremonial objects, pottery, and statues from Carthage reveal a culture of sophistication, wealth, and artistic excellence. The museum also houses treasures from the Islamic period, including manuscripts, ceramics, carpets, and exquisitely crafted metal. Each piece reflects the intellectual, artistic, and spiritual achievements of Tunisia's Islamic heritage, offering a stunning contrast and complement to the early Roman and Carthaginian artifacts. Walking through the grand halls and palace architecture of the Bardo Museum is like stepping into a living timeline of Tunisia's past. The building itself, originally a 15th-century palace, is adorned with intricate arches, decorative tiles, and beautifully carved ceilings, creating a majestic atmosphere that transports visitors across centuries. Every room, corridor, and courtyard tells a story, inviting visitors to pause, reflect, and marvel at the layers of history preserved within these walls. On this video, we will guide you through every corner of the museum, highlighting its most iconic exhibits, uncovering fascinating historical stories, and showing you the artistry that makes the Bardo National Museum a must-visit cultural landmark. From the detailed mosaics that bring ancient myths to life to the treasures of Islamic art that showcase Tunisia's spiritual and artistic heritage, this museum is a gateway to the past and a celebration of human creativity. So stay with us as we explore the secrets, the history, and the masterpieces of the Bardo National Museum, a place where every artifact whispers a story, and every hall invites you to step deeper into the fascinating history of Tunisia and the Mediterranean world. The Bardo National Museum is much more than a collection of artifacts. It is a living testament to Tunisia's rich and complex history, both in its collections and in its very walls. The story of the museum begins long before it opened its doors to the public. Rooted in Tunisia's dynastic and colonial past, originally, the building that houses the museum was not a museum at all. It was a royal palace. Built in the 15th century during the reign of the Hafsid dynasty, the Hafsids were known for their cultural and architectural contributions, and the palace reflects their taste for grandeur, elegance, and artistic refinement. Over time, the palace expanded under successive rulers, blending Hafsid Ottoman and Moorish architectural styles, which is evident in the beautifully decorated halls, arched doorways, mosaic floors, and intricately carved wooden ceilings. Each addition tells the story of the ruling powers and their influence on Tunisian culture and architecture. The transformation from palace to museum occurred in 1888. During the French Protectorate period, the French recognized the significance of Tunisia's archaeological and artistic heritage and established the Bardo as a national museum to preserve and showcase the country's treasures. Initially, the museum's collection focused on archaeological finds from Roman, Byzantine, and Carthaginian sites, reflecting Tunisia's role as a crossroads of Mediterranean civilizations. During the 20th century, the museum's collection grew exponentially. Archaeological excavations across Tunisia uncovered hundreds of mosaics, statues, coins, inscriptions, and everyday artifacts from ancient cities such as Carthage, and Utica. These discoveries were carefully curated and displayed, making the Bardo a center of Mediterranean archaeology and historical scholarship. In addition to its archaeological collections, the museum expanded to include Islamic art, prehistory, and ethnography, reflecting the full spectrum of Tunisia's cultural history. Manuscripts, ceramics, textiles, and metalwork were added, providing visitors with a holistic view of the country's artistic evolution. The museum has also faced challenges. It survived political changes, wars, and even tragic events in modern history. Yet it continues to stand as a symbol of Tunisia's commitment to preserving its cultural heritage. Today, the Bardo National Museum is one of the most visited and respected museums in North Africa, attracting scholars, tourists, and art lovers from around the world. Visiting the Bardo is not just about seeing ancient objects. It's about walking through the pages of history, from the powerful Carthaginians and Roman settlers to Islamic scholars and artists who enriched Tunisian culture. Every artifact, every mosaic, and every hall is a testimony to the resilience, creativity, and enduring legacy of Tunisia's people. In the next section, we will explore the architecture and design of the museum, where the building itself becomes a part of the historical journey, offering as much beauty and storytelling as the treasures it holds. Before we even step inside to view the museum's incredible collections, the Bardo National Museum's building itself is a masterpiece of architecture. Originally constructed as a royal palace for the Hafsid dynasty in the 15th century, the structure reflects centuries of Tunisia's history, cultural exchanges, and artistic evolution. Walking through its halls is like stepping into a living architectural timeline. The palace was expanded and renovated over successive periods, incorporating Hafsid, Ottoman, and Moorish styles, which gives the building its unique and eclectic charm. Visitors are greeted by grand courtyards, surrounded by arched colonnades adorned with intricate tilework. These courtyards were once private spaces for the palace's residents, but now serve as open-air galleries where natural light illuminates the surrounding architecture. The interior halls are breathtaking. High ceilings feature ornate wooden carvings and plasterwork, often painted or gilded, showcasing the craftsmanship of generations of artisans. The floors are lined with geometric mosaics and marble, echoing the artistry found within the museum's exhibits. Each room was carefully designed to convey grandeur, elegance, and harmony, blending form with function. The arches and doorways are particularly striking. Some are horseshoe-shaped, a signature of Islamic architecture, while others feature pointed Gothic influences, reflecting the blending of local and imported styles. The walls are often decorated with ceramic tiles in vibrant blues, greens, and ochres, forming intricate, floral, and geometric patterns that have survived for centuries. Walking through these halls feels like entering a palace frozen in time, where every detail tells a story about Tunisia's dynastic and cultural past. One of the most captivating features is the main staircase, which leads visitors from the entrance to the upper exhibition halls. Crafted from polished stone and framed by delicate ironwork railings, it sets the tone for the museum experience: elegant, grand, and meticulously designed. Even the museum's exterior is part of the architectural marvel. Its facades combine stone, plaster, and tile, with carved inscriptions and decorative elements reflecting Islamic artistic traditions. The palace is surrounded by beautifully maintained gardens and courtyards, offering a peaceful retreat and enhancing the visual experience for visitors. In essence, the Bardo Museum is not just a building, it is an artifact of history in itself. Its design mirrors the same creativity, sophistication, and cultural richness that its collections embody. Every arch, tile, and carved ceiling serves as a prelude to the treasures that await inside, preparing visitors for a journey through time and artistic achievement. Next, we will explore the museum's world-class mosaic collection, which is perhaps its most famous and breathtaking feature, offering a window into the daily life, mythology, and artistry of ancient civilizations. One of the most iconic and celebrated features of the Bardo National Museum is its incomparable collection of Roman mosaics, which has earned the museum worldwide recognition. With over 1,500 mosaics on display, the Bardo offers a rare glimpse into the artistic brilliance, daily life, and mythology of ancient Tunisia. Then, a key part of the Roman Empire, the mosaics are not merely decorative, they are historical documents, painstakingly preserved over centuries. Many depict mythological scenes, bring to life gods, goddesses, and legendary heroes. For instance, the famous Achilles on Skyros mosaic captures the cunning of Achilles disguised among women, while the Virgil and the Muses mosaic celebrates the eternal power of art and poetry. These works demonstrate not only incredible technical skill but also the Roman fascination with storytelling through visual art. But mosaics at the Bardo are not limited to mythological narratives. Many illustrate daily life in Roman Africa, offering scenes of hunting, agriculture, and domestic life. You can see intricate depictions of animals, plants, and landscapes, crafted with thousands of tiny colored tiles known as tesserae. Each piece showcases the precision, patience, and creativity of the ancient artisans, whose work has survived nearly to millennia. The mosaics also reveal cultural and political influences. For example, some feature Roman gods alongside local North African motifs, highlighting the fusion of Roman, Punic, and Berber traditions. This blending of styles is a recurring theme throughout Tunisia's history and is vividly captured in these ancient artworks. What makes the Bardo collection truly extraordinary is its sheer scale and preservation. Many mosaics were excavated from ancient villas, baths, and public buildings in sites like Carthage, Duga, and Elgem, and were carefully restored to retain their original vibrancy. Walking through the museum, you can almost step into these ancient homes and public spaces, imagining the lives of those who once walked across these very floors. Visitors are encouraged to pause and examine the details, the tiny tesserae that create lifelike expressions, the use of perspective to create depth, and the interplay of color that brings each scene to life. These mosaics are more than art, they are a window into the imagination, culture, and daily life of ancient North Africa. In short, the Bardo's Mosaic collection is a masterclass in ancient artistry, blending myth, history, and daily life in ways that continue to inspire modern artists and historians alike. It's no wonder that this collection alone draws visitors from around the world, eager to experience the beauty, skill, and storytelling preserved within these ancient tiles. Next, we will explore the Carthaginian and prehistoric exhibits, which provide insight into Tunisia's history long before the Roman Empire, showcasing artifacts that reveal the ingenuity and culture of its earliest civilizations. Beyond the breathtaking Roman mosaics, the Bardo National Museum also offers a deep dive into Tunisia's earlier civilizations, particularly the Carthaginians and prehistoric communities that inhabited the region long before recorded history. These exhibits provide a fascinating contrast to the Roman period, highlighting the rich cultural diversity and historical depth of Tunisia. The Carthaginian collection is a window into one of the most powerful and sophisticated civilizations of the ancient Mediterranean. Carthage, founded by Phoenician settlers, became a hub of trade, politics, and military power. Within the museum, visitors can explore ceramics, jewelry, coins, statues, and religious artifacts, each meticulously preserved and displayed. These objects reveal a civilization that valued craftsmanship, commerce, and spirituality. One of the most striking aspects of the Carthaginian exhibits is the ritual and ceremonial artifacts. From intricately designed votive offerings to symbolic statues, these pieces tell stories about Carthaginian religion, beliefs, and social structure. Visitors can see how deities were worshipped, how funerary practices were conducted, and how art reflected both everyday life and spiritual devotion. The displays convey the sophistication and cultural complexity of a people who once rivaled Rome itself. The museum also highlights prehistoric artifacts, taking visitors even further back in time. These exhibits showcase tools, pottery, and fossils that date back tens of thousands of years, offering a glimpse into the lives of Tunisia's earliest inhabitants. Stone tools reveal the ingenuity of humans in adapting to their environment, while pottery fragments indicate early artistic expression and daily practices. Together, these items demonstrate the continuity of human creativity and survival. In this region, over millennia, one of the most fascinating prehistoric displays includes fossilized remains of ancient fauna, which illustrate the changing landscapes and ecosystems that early humans interacted with. These exhibits not only provide historical context but also emphasize Tunisia's role as a crossroads of human civilization, bridging Africa, Europe, and the Mediterranean. By exploring the Carthaginian and prehistoric sections, visitors gain a holistic understanding of Tunisia's past. They can see how the ingenuity and artistry of early societies laid the foundations for later civilizations. From the Romans to the Islamic empires, these exhibits remind us that Tunisia's history is layered, complex, and deeply interconnected with the broader Mediterranean world. In the next section, we will explore the museum's Islamic art collection, which showcases a different facet of Tunisia's cultural heritage, from manuscripts and textiles to ceramics and metal, reflecting centuries of artistic innovation and spiritual devotion. As we move forward in time, the Bardo National Museum opens a window into Tunisia's Islamic heritage, offering a completely different, yet equally captivating facet of its history. This collection highlights the intellectual, spiritual, and artistic achievements of Islamic civilization in North Africa, spanning centuries and reflecting a variety of influences from the wider Islamic world. The Islamic art galleries are home to an astonishing variety of objects, including manuscripts, ceramics, carpets, woodwork, metalwork, and textiles. Each item demonstrates the meticulous craftsmanship and aesthetic sensibilities that were highly valued in Islamic societies. For example, the calligraphic manuscripts on display showcase the beauty of Arabic script, often accompanied by intricate illumination in gold and vivid colors. These texts were not merely functional, they were sacred, artistic, and symbolic, reflecting the fusion of knowledge, religion, and art. Visitors will also be drawn to the ceramics and pottery, which includes stunning examples of both local Tunisian craftsmanship and influences from other parts of the Islamic world, such as Egypt, Persia, and Andalus. The designs often feature geometric patterns, arabesques, and floral motifs, demonstrating the Islamic tradition of abstract decoration that combines harmony, symmetry, and spiritual symbolism. Metalwork and jewelry are other highlights, from intricately carved lamps and ceremonial vessels to ornate jewelry and weaponry. Each piece reflects the high level of technical skill achieved by Tunisian artisans. These objects were often functional yet elaborately decorated, demonstrating the integration of beauty and utility in Islamic art. The museum also showcases textiles and carpets, many of which were used in mosques, palaces, and homes of the elite. Rich colors, precise patterns, and durable weaving techniques make these textiles both practical and visually stunning. They provide insight into the daily lives of Tunisia, as well as the social and religious importance of textiles in Islamic culture. A particularly fascinating aspect of the collection is how it illustrates cross-cultural exchange. Tunisia's location on the Mediterranean meant that Islamic art here absorbed influences from the Middle East, Spain, and North Africa, resulting in a unique fusion of styles. This blending of artistic traditions highlights Tunisia's role as a cultural crossroads, where diverse civilizations intersected and inspired one another. Exploring the Islamic galleries, visitors gain an appreciation not just for the aesthetic beauty of the objects, but also for the stories they tell, stories of faith, intellect, daily life, and the pursuit of perfection in craftsmanship. It's a reminder that Tunisia's history is not only about ancient empires and mosaics, but also about a living, evolving culture that has shaped its identity for centuries. Next, we will look at the temporary exhibitions and cultural events hosted by the museum, which keep it dynamic, engaging, and connected to both Tunisia's contemporary art scene and the global artistic community. While the Bardo National Museum is world-renowned for its permanent collections, it is also a dynamic cultural hub that hosts temporary exhibitions and a variety of cultural events throughout the year. These programs ensure that the museum remains not only a historical archive but also a living, evolving space for art, scholarship, and community engagement. The temporary exhibitions cover a wide range of themes, from modern and contemporary art to specialized archaeological or historical studies. For example, the museum has hosted exhibitions on Roman sculpture, Tunisian folk art, and Mediterranean maritime history, offering visitors fresh insights even if they've visited before. These exhibitions often include interactive displays, multimedia presentations, and reconstructed artifacts, allowing visitors to experience history in new and engaging ways. Cultural events at the Bardo extend beyond the exhibitions. The museum frequently organizes workshops, lectures, and educational programs for students, researchers, and art enthusiasts. These events provide hands-on opportunities to learn about ancient techniques such as mosaic making, pottery, and manuscript illumination, helping preserve traditional crafts and inspiring the next generation of artists and historians. One of the museum's notable initiatives is its collaboration with international museums and cultural institutions. Through these partnerships, the Bardo hosts traveling exhibitions that bring rare and extraordinary artifacts from around the world to Tunis, while also sharing Tunisia's own treasures on a global stage. This international exchange enriches both the local community and visiting scholars, fostering cross-cultural understanding and appreciation. The museum also plays a vital role in Tunisia's cultural calendar, hosting events for national holidays, art festivals, and heritage days. Music performances, guided night tours, and themed exhibitions often coincide with these occasions, transforming the museum into a vibrant space where history, art, and contemporary culture intersect. What makes these temporary programs truly special is their ability to connect the past with the present. While visitors are immersed in ancient mosaics or Islamic artifacts, the museum also introduces contemporary perspectives, showing how Tunisia's cultural heritage continues to influence modern art and society. It's this dynamic interplay between history, education, and contemporary creativity that makes the Bardo National Museum not just a repository of objects, but a living center of culture and inspiration. In the next section, we will cover practical visitor tips and how to make the most of your experience, ensuring that your visit to the Bardo Museum is as enriching and memorable as possible. Visiting the Bardo National Museum is an unforgettable journey through Tunisia's rich history and artistic heritage. But to truly appreciate everything it has to offer, it helps to plan your visit carefully. Here are some detailed tips to ensure your experience is as enriching and seamless as possible. The museum can get busy, especially during weekends and holidays. Arriving early in the morning is ideal, as it allows you to explore the galleries at a relaxed pace and take unobstructed photographs of mosaics, sculptures, and artifacts. The museum is typically open most days of the week, but checking the official schedule before your visit is recommended, as hours may vary seasonally or for special events. To fully understand the historical and cultural significance of the collections, consider hiring a local guide or using the museum's audio guide. Guided tours provide fascinating context about the artifacts, mosaics, and architectural features, helping you uncover stories that you might otherwise miss. Some tours even focus on specific themes, such as Roman mosaics, Islamic art, or Carthaginian history, allowing for a more tailored experience. The Bardo is extensive, with multiple wings and floors. It's best to divide your visit into sections. Start with the prehistoric and Carthaginian exhibits to understand Tunisia's earliest civilizations. Move on to the Roman mosaics, the museum's crown jewels. Finish with the Islamic art galleries and temporary exhibitions for a full spectrum of Tunisia's cultural evolution. Take your time in each section, pausing to observe details in mosaics, inscriptions, and artistic motifs. Many visitors find that spending at least 2 to 3 hours is necessary to fully appreciate the museum. Photography is allowed in most areas, but flash photography is prohibited, particularly for mosaics and delicate manuscripts. To protect them from damage, use natural lighting where possible, and consider wide-angle shots to capture the grandeur of architectural spaces and intricate details of mosaics. The museum provides wheelchair access in key areas, and there are restrooms, seating areas, and cafes where visitors can rest and reflect. Comfortable walking shoes are recommended, as you'll be covering marble floors and walking through spacious courtyards. Don't just look, observe, and imagine the stories behind each artifact. For example, notice the tiny tesserae in Roman mosaics and consider the labor required to create such precise imagery. Examine the geometric patterns in Islamic art and think about their spiritual and symbolic significance. Explore Carthaginian objects to imagine life in one of the ancient world's most powerful civilizations. If you have extra time, pair your museum visit with nearby historical sites like the Carthage ruins or the charming coastal village of Sidi Bou Said, which offer complementary cultural and scenic experiences. By keeping these tips in mind, your visit to the Bardo National Museum will be immersive, educational, and visually stunning, allowing you to fully appreciate the breadth of Tunisia's cultural and historical legacy. Next, we will explore the nearby attractions and surrounding areas, so visitors can plan a complete cultural day in Tunis that extends beyond the museum itself. While the Bardo National Museum is a destination in its own right, the surrounding area of Tunis offers a wealth of attractions that perfectly complement your museum visit, creating a full cultural and historical experience. Exploring these nearby sites allows visitors to step further into Tunisia's rich past and vibrant present. Just a short drive or walk from the museum lies the historic Medina of Tunis, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This labyrinth of narrow streets, bustling markets, and ancient mosques is a living testament to centuries of Tunisian life. Visitors can wander through traditional souks selling spices, textiles, ceramics, and jewelry, soaking in the sights, sounds, and aromas of a timeless marketplace. Landmarks, such as the Zaytuna Mosque, with its stunning Islamic architecture and serene courtyards, offer insight into the city's spiritual and cultural heritage. Approximately 15 minutes from the museum are the ancient ruins of Carthage, once the seat of one of the most powerful civilizations of the Mediterranean. Here, visitors can explore the remains of Roman villas, amphitheaters, baths, and aqueducts, gaining perspective on the grandeur and strategic importance of the city. Walking among these ruins, it's easy to imagine the thriving maritime and trade networks that connected Carthage to the wider Mediterranean world. For a scenic contrast to the historical sites, head to Sidi Bou Said, a picturesque coastal village known for its whitewashed buildings, cobalt blue doors, and stunning cliffside views of the Mediterranean Sea. This charming town has inspired countless artists, writers, and photographers over the years. Visitors can stroll along cobblestone streets, enjoy local cafes, and capture the iconic architecture that has made Sidi Bou Said a symbol of Tunisian beauty and culture. The Kasbah, located in the heart of Tunis, is another nearby attraction worth visiting. This historic fortress district offers winding streets, traditional houses, and panoramic views of the city. It's an ideal place to experience the medieval urban layout of Tunis and gain a deeper appreciation for the city's evolution over centuries. Beyond sightseeing, the area around the Bardo Museum offers numerous opportunities to engage with Tunisian culture through food and art. Local restaurants serve traditional dishes like couscous, brick, and tagine, while artisan shops offer handmade crafts and textiles. Combining a museum visit with these cultural experiences provides a full sensory immersion in Tunisian life. By pairing the Bardo Museum with these nearby attractions, visitors can craft a comprehensive and unforgettable journey, experiencing Tunisia's history, architecture, art, and everyday culture all in one day. This combination makes Tunis not just a destination for history lovers, but for anyone seeking a deep connection to the Mediterranean world. As we conclude our journey through the Bardo National Museum, it's clear that this extraordinary institution is far more than a collection of artifacts. It is a living chronicle of Tunisia's rich and diverse history, spanning prehistoric times, the Carthaginian Empire, Roman civilization, and the Islamic Golden Age. Every mosaic, sculpture, manuscript, and ceremonial object tells a story, inviting visitors to step back in time and explore the artistry, culture, and human ingenuity of civilizations that shaped the Mediterranean world. The museum's architecture alone is a masterpiece. Its palatial halls, intricate mosaics, carved ceilings, and colorful tilework create an atmosphere of grandeur and timeless elegance. Walking through the Bardo is like moving through centuries of history under one roof, where every detail from the tiniest tessera in a Roman mosaic to the delicate patterns of an Islamic manuscript reveals the skill and vision of its creators. Visiting the Bardo is also a multisensory experience. enhanced by nearby attractions such as the Carthage ruins, the Medina of Tunis, and the cliffside village of Sidi Bou Said. Together, they offer a full immersion in Tunisia's cultural, historical, and natural beauty, making any trip to Tunis an unforgettable adventure. If this video has inspired you to explore the treasures of Tunisia, remember that the Bardo National Museum is accessible, welcoming, and full of surprises for every visitor. Whether you are an art lover, history enthusiast, or simply curious about the stories of the past, the museum offers a unique journey through time. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of one of North Africa's most remarkable cultural landmarks. If you enjoyed this video and want to continue discovering the world's most incredible museums and historical sites, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notifications for our latest cultural adventures. And share this video with friends who love history, art, and travel. The Bardo National Museum is waiting, and your next journey into the past is just a visit away. Remember, every mosaic has a story, every artifact holds a secret, and every hallway of the Bardo National Museum is a doorway to the past. Come, explore, and let history come alive before your eyes.